Thank you. Yeah, let's do the invocation prayers. Mangalacharan, all of us together, please. Om Ajnanatirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadadi Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagranam Vitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Param Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhubhyo Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Shri Vasadi Gaurabhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtai Bhutale Vyas Swami Nityananda Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtai Bhutale Guru Govind Swami Nityananda Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtai Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityananda Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharini Shasmina Paschatya Stale Stale Yasya Kripa Prabhavihi Krishna Anya Krishna Jana Samhita Nirmulita Yeva Bhavanti Tasmai Namo Namah Shri Ramade Mukam Karoti Vachalam Yat Kripatam Shri Guru Paramananda Narayanam Namaskar Naram Chaivam Devi Saraswati Nashta Prayesh Nityam Bhagavati Uttamasya Bhakti Bhavati Nishtiki Om Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Thank you all so much for joining the invocation prayers. So, Srimad Bhagavatam, we will do the overview. So, up to we have, so far we have seen where Srimad Bhagavatam is in Vedic literature, and now we will see what is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay? Overview. What is there in each canto, from first to last, first to 12th canto. Okay? That's what we are going to see today. Anything before we start? Shall we go ahead?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. Oh, share my screen. That would be. I know I have it open. One second, please. If somebody can say something by the time I bring this up. What did you like about that bhajan? One word. From yesterday's bhajan, I'm still...
I like Mataji, Shuni wo tomare katha jatan kariya, dekhi wo tomare dham nayan bhariya.
Translation, please.
Oh. So I will hear your katha jatana kariya with the with attention, and dekhi wo tumhara dham, wherever you recite, I'm gonna see that Nayana Bhariya, like Nayan ke dekhunga. I don't know what to say in English.
Right. And every line, whatever action, Bhavarupa, Cheshtarupa, whatever Cheshta that Acharya is describing, he is adding something there. I will do it carefully. I will do it fondly. It's not like I'll do it. No, there is something that he is adding there.
Yeah.
So can you see? Do you see the screen, please? Can you?
You can see the screen, Mataji, but it is very hazy. It's not
very blurry. It's very blurry.
Very blurry. Yeah. I need help with this. I didn't know what to do. Magnify karna. But is this the slideshow?
Mataji, this is Word, I think.
Right, Prabhu. I'm changing it. Yes, you are right. This is not what I wanted to share. I wanted to share the PowerPoint. Yeah, you're able to see this PowerPoint now, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, overview of Srimad Bhagavatam, 10 subject matters of Srimad Bhagavatam, 12 cantos. Are you ready?
Mataji, you can make it in presentation mode. Then
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. You are ready, Prabhu. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. So 12 cantos. I was so excited in the very beginning, years ago, when I heard Srimad Bhagavatam and I know how many came to know how many cantos were there. I'm like, when am I going to read that? I want to get a bird's eye view of what is there. So I was very excited when I heard a lecture where Prabhuji was explaining everything about, what's there in Bhagavatam. So this is there in Bhagavatam. This is the shloka he was explaining years ago. So what's there in Srimad Bhagavatam? Shri Sukha Uvacha. Atra sargo visargascha sthanam poshanamutayaha manvantare shanukadha nirodho muktirashrayaha. That's what is there in Bhagavatam. Atra, in this Bhagavatam, sarga. Sarga is primary creation. Creation by the Lord. Visarga, secondary creation. Creation by Brahma, the first created living entity. Sthanam, shelter. After all these jivas, when they are given bodies by Brahma, with the material elements that are given by Lord, they have to be placed somewhere in the planetary system. That is sthanam, shelter. Okay. Next, after they are placed in somewhere in the planetary system, they should have poshanam. They should be nourished. That's poshanam. As they are being nourished, their utaya is their natural proclivities, their tendencies, they surface. Divine tendencies, demoniac tendencies. That's Prahalada had all the divine qualities that were surfacing. Hiranyakashipu had all the demoniac qualities that were surfacing. Right? Utaya means that which is deeply rooted is coming out. So that is Utaya. Okay. This is actually the 7th canto, Prahlada and Hiranyakashipu. Okay, so these natural proclivities are coming out, demoniac, divine qualities, right? And so all of them are being ruled in Manvantaras. In one day of Brahma, there are 14 Manus, right? And each Manu rules for 71 Divya Yugas. So that's Manvantara. So there are certain episodes that Bhagavatam highlights that happened in specific manvantaras, like Ksirasagara Madanam, the churning of milk ocean, that happened in, I think, Chakshusha Manvantara. So all those pastimes comes under Manvantara. So that's one topic. And next one is Ishanukatha. Isha, Lord. Anu, Lord's devotees. Katha. So the pastimes of the Lord and his devotees. They are in either Moon Dynasty, Surya Vamsa, or Chandra Vamsa. Lord Rama and his predecessors in Surya Vamsa. Lord Krishna and his predecessors in Chandra Vamsa. They are all in Ishanukatha, 9th canto. Then Nirodha. Nirodha is dissolution. Mukti is liberation. Ashraya is shelter. This shelter, Ashraya, is the 10th canto. But there is a reason why Ashraya is mentioned here, not here. We'll come to that. But Ashraya is 10th canto. Yeah. Mukti is liberation, 11th canto. Nirodha is destruction. Different kinds of destructions that are present all in 12th canto. So these are the cantos, the subject matters that are present in Srimad Bhagavatam. So generally, they kind of fall in specific cantos, like when we take example of Sarga, creation, and Visarga, secondary creation. The primary and secondary creation, they're more explained in the first, second, and third cantos. But they're also a little bit explained in the other cantos, a little bit of it. In the same way, see Ishanukatha. They are more explained in the 9th canto. But they were also Ishanukatha, Lord's incarnations here and there coming throughout this other cantos of Bhagavatam too, like Vamanadev, Varahadev, like that. So all these 10 topics of Srimad Bhagavatam, Sarga 1, Visarga 2, Sthanam 3, Poshanam. Can you please repeat after me? So we will feel like we are doing it together. Sarga,
Sarga,
Visarga,
Visarga,
Sthanam,
Sthanam,
Poshanam,
Poshanam,
Utaya,
Utaya,
Manvantara,
Manvantara,
Ishanukatha,
Ishanukatha,
Nirodha,
Nirodha,
Mukti,
Mukti,
Ashraya.
Ashraya.
10 subject matters spread out in 12 cantos of Bhagavatam. They're specifically present more in certain cantos of Bhagavatam, and we will see what that is. Okay. So we'll go to the next one. If somebody wants to read the translation, please.
Sri Shukadev Goswami said, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, there are 10 divisions of statements regarding the following. The creation of the universe, subcreation, planetary systems, protection by the Lord, the creative impetus, the change of Manus, the science of God, returning home, back to Godhead, liberation, Samant Bonam.
Samabonam. Yeah. These English words, they just sound very alien to me. The Sanskrit words are so pregnant with meaning, and all that is really dispersed in these English words. English language, yes. Anyway, but thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Those are the 10 subject matters. See that word Ashraya. Ashraya. No problem. Yes, we'll go to the next one. Yeah, so those are the 10 subject matters. Let's see what's there in first and second canto. First and second cantos, which part of the transcendental part of the Lord?
Lotus feet.
Yes, lotus feet of the Lord, first and second canto. thinking how to make this interesting. Fine. So lotus feet is the first and second canto. They are lotus feet of the Lord. And the first canto, if we look at it, we are doing the first 3 shlokas of the Bhagavatam, right? So those 3 shlokas are present. And after that comes 6 questions of sages of Naimisharanya. Okay? And after this is done, after the Naimisharanya sages ask questions to Sutta Goswami, then the topic gets, how did this Bhagavatam come into place at all? What is the history behind this writing? That was the question from the sages. Then the story goes to how Vyasadeva was really depressed. He was feeling incomplete. He didn't know why he was feeling like that. And that's when Narada comes in and says, as we discussed yesterday, look, you glorified Supreme Personality so very little, but you broadcasted about everything else other than the Lord so much. So you have to reverse it. You have to broadcast more about the glories of the Lord. And you have to put karma, jnana, all those to a lower place where they belong. And that conversation, all of that happens in the first canto. And after enlightening Vyasadeva, Narada leaves. And then the story starts, where Ashwadhama was releasing Brahmastra. And the Parikshit that was present in the mother Uttara's womb was saved by Lord Krishna. And then Kunti Devi is moved by the protection that is offered by the Lord again and again to their family. In Kunti's prayers come out. And after that, it was time to leave, for Lord Krishna to leave Hastinapura and go to Dwaraka. He was about to leave. But Bhishma Deva, he was on Ampasaya. Ampasaya is bed of arrows. And then Lord Krishna goes to see him. And there's a conversation there. The Bhishma's prayers to Lord Shri Krishna. After that, Lord had to leave. The whole Hastinapur was really sad that Lord was leaving. But still he had to go to Dwaraka. On the other side, in Dwaraka, everybody was so happy to welcome the Lord. Meanwhile, Vidura came to Hastinapur to remind Dhritarashtra that it's time to quit his body, not live like a dog, depending on his so-called enemies that he thought was. So then Duryodhana goes to the forest, Vidura goes. Duryodhana quits his body. And by that time, Parikshit Maharaj is born. Meanwhile, Lord Krishna, he makes his disappearance in Dwaraka. Later, Pandavas come to know about that pastime and they leave the body too. After that comes Parikshit's kingdom, Parikshit's ruling, 17th chapter. And then Parikshit is cursed in 18th chapter by the Brahmana boy Shringi. And because Parikshit is cursed and it's time for him to leave the body, Sukadeva Goswami had to come to the picture, into the picture. And that's when Sukadeva Goswami appears in the 19th chapter of first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the last one. That's first canto. Introduction of all these characters in Srimad Bhagavatam is done in first canto. And the glory of who is absolute truth, what is the dharma of the soul, an invitation to relish Srimad Bhagavatam is in the first three shlokas of first chapter. Vyasa Narada Samvada is in the first chapter. Kunti Devi, famous Kunti Devi prayers, first chapter. Okay, shall we move on? Questions? Move on. Let's go to the second canto. All right. Sukadeva Goswami came. He sat in the bank of Mother Ganga and then reciting Srimad Bhagavatam to Maharaj Parikshit. And then Maharaj Parikshit, he asked Sukadeva Goswami, can you please explain me about how this material existence came into being? Then Sukadeva Goswami says, yes, this was exactly the same question Narada asked his father Brahma. You know what that conversation was? So it goes there. And the answer to that is, material creation came into existence because of Sarga, the primary creation of the Lord. What is Sarga? Primary creation. And what is Visarga? The creation that is continued after material ingredients are supplied by the Lord Vishnu is Visarga. All that is there in second canto. It just starts in the second canto. And Chaturshloki Bhagavatam, from which the whole Bhagavatam is expanded, it is said. That's there in second canto. So some people say Bhagavatam actually starts from the third canto, because in the second canto, it's just giving the introduction, Chaturshloki Bhagavatam. But that argument is nullified by Jiva Goswami. And question to you. This is there in the second canto. What is this, please?
We just discussed the 10 topics.
Thank you. Somebody is paying attention. Yes. The 10 topics of Srimad Bhagavatam are mentioned here in second canto. If you see, this is the shloka 2.10.1. 2 last 10 first shloka. Atra sargo visargascha. Okay. That's second canto. Moving on. Until you say, I have a question or I have something to say, I will move on. Okay. That's first and second canto. So, and now, remember, Atra sargo visargascha. The sarga
Mataji?
about primary creation. Yes.
Mataji, if you don't mind, can you please summarize second canto one more time?
Okay, now this feels more natural. Abhi tak I'm like, okay, if this is either in mute mode, agar aap log sun rahe ya nahi, maybe you're sun rahe, but you're getting everything and super absorbed, or maybe it's just going on. Okay.
I lost it when you were saying Mataji.
Right, because it is dense. And that's why I'm like, okay, let's see. So, what was your question, Mataji, exactly?
Just can you one more time say what is there in second canto?
Second canto, okay. Sarga, primary creation, the start of primary creation, a little bit of Visarga, where Brahma just starts his creation. The whole thing is not complete yet. And all these little things are also mentioned, but it might be overwhelming if I put all these things. So I'm just giving you only those important things. When we go canto-wise systematically, then we will go in detail about these things also. But Sarga, a little bit of Visarga, and 4 slokas of Srimad Bhagavatam. 10 subjects matters of Srimad Bhagavatam. So 3 points. Sarga, Visarga, Chaturshloki, 10 topics of Bhagavatam in second canto.
Mataji, I have a question there.
Yes, Prabhu.
It says lotus of the Lord. It's the flower, right? Is that the
Lotus,
flower?
sorry, lotus feet of the Lord.
Lotus feet, right? Okay. I was thinking.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. Yes.
Lotus feet of the Lord. Okay.
Lotus feet of the Lord. Yeah, somebody is seeing, somebody is hearing. Thank you, Prabhu. That's lotus feet of the Lord. Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Mujam Hari.
Mataji, I have a question.
Yeah.
What is Chaturshloki Bhagavatam? What does that cover?
that the summary of that is there was nobody present before me. That's Lord Narayana. Conversation with Brahma. And Lord Narayana is saying there was nobody existent before me. There will be nobody after dissolution. It's only me before, now, and after. And Aham eva Brahm eva Akri. And also, and his energies. So Lord, his position and his energies. So that we will discuss that in detail, Mataji, but that's the conversation between the Lord Narayana and Brahma about the position of Lord Narayana and about his energies.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you. Right. That's second canto. Third canto, whatever Visarga was started in second canto is very much detailed here in third canto. Okay. And of course, Sarga is also continued. So like 2/3 of the Sarga was in the second canto, 1/3 in third canto. And only 1/3 of the Visarga, the secondary creation, was explained in second canto, but more in third canto. So 1 point, again, Sarga and Visarga, and about Lord Varaha, and killing of Hiranyaksha is in this canto. Okay. And this beautiful description of Vaikuntha here in this third canto. Yeah, when they were talking about why this Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, can you tell us how come so many ominous signs are seen here? Who is these personalities? When the demigods go and ask Brahma, then he says, oh, these are the Jaya and Vijaya. And this is what happened in Vaikuntha. When four Kumaras entered, and the description of the Vaikuntha there. Beautiful description of Lord Narayana. Description of Tulasi Devi, the lotus feet of the Lord, transforming the four Kumaras. Everything about Vaikuntha is there. Yeah. And after that is Kardama Muni and Devahuti, here in third canto. And their divine son is Lord Kapila. So teachings of Lord Kapila here. He teaches, in one of his teachings, he gives the details about what a soul would go through after entering the womb of a mother. So the whole embryology is there, starting from day 1 to 9th month. What a fetus goes through is all here in third canto. Okay, I wanted to show you an interesting one. Yeah, Dizzy Lagrena, but this is very useful. You may want to save it. You will know this value at the end of Bhagavatam or even when you're reading too. Let me show you the relevance, then you will really like this one. See, second canto, we have just summarized that, right? In third canto, we were just talking about Kardama Muni and Devahuti, right? If you look at Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a sequence here. Yaha dekhna, Lord Kapila. See, Kapila and Devahuti. Now that Sarga and Visarga is over, you see here, Sarga by Krishna, Visarga by Lord Brahma started. And when in a part of Visarga is Swayambhu Manu is coming out. Visarga means Brahma has created the planetary systems, and now one after the other, all Prajapatis come in to procreate and give bodies to the souls. That's Visarga, right? So that part is Sarga, this part Visarga starting, and now here's Swayambhu Manu. So naturally, in the third canto, it's Lord Kapila. Devahuti, Kardama Muni, Lord Kapila. Okay? This is how you can remember. Even when the slokas are coming to, if you see that it is an instruction of Lord Kapila, you know it is third canto, Lord Kapila. So in that way, this table will be very useful to us. So this is Lord Kapila, Devahuti, and Kardama Muni. And that's third canto, right? Coming to the fourth canto. After this is over, and here, Devahuti's description, important personality of Devahuti's descendants is described. And now coming to Prasuti. Prasuti is the wife of Daksha. So fourth canto starts with Sati. Daksha, Yajna, Sati, right? And after this is covered, you will see fourth canto. See? I'll show you in the table soon. Look at this. Lord Shiva at the Daksha Yajna and how Sati burns herself. That's all in the fourth canto. Then comes, look at the sequence. Dhruva, Narada is there everywhere, but Dhruva, Anga, Prithu, Prachetas. Let's go back and see. Look at this. This is Prasuti, Daksha. Sati is covered. Now coming to Uttanapada. There is not much about Akuti here. And that's why Bhagavatam moved to Uttanapada to describe about. In Uttanapada, the great personality in that dynasty is Dhruva. Yeah? So Uttanapada, Dhruva. And Dhruva's descendant, Anga, is a great personality too. So you will see Anga here. And then comes, of course, Vena is described. He is very infamous, but he's also described there because he's the descendant of Uttanapada. Vena. Then comes Prithu Maharaj. Prayers of Prithu Maharaj they are very famous. Prithu Maharaj is the incarnation, Shaktivesh avatar of Lord. And his ruling was exemplary. And where does that come? It is in the fourth canto in this series here. After Dhruva, Anga, Prithu. And after Prithu comes Prachetas. Famous prayers of Prachetas. Narada Muni enlightens Prachetas. Shiva. Shiva Stuti. That is there. So that's good. Moving on to the fifth canto. Can you guess what would be in the fifth canto?
The planetary systems.
Yeah. So, yeah, these are very blurry. So,
Mataji, you said this before, but all the cantos were written at the same time, right?
yeah. Yes, Mataji. Yeah. So, in the fifth canto, we have finished this dynasty here, right? Uttanapada. And the next dynasty is Priyavrata. So, Priyavrata's rule and Nabhi, Rishabhadeva. These are very important personalities, Lord Rishabhadeva. And look at here, King Bharata. Right? So all this comes in the fifth canto. This one here. Priyavrata, Agnidra, Nabhi, Rishabhadeva, Bharata, all of them in fifth canto. And next comes the topic Sthanam. So now that all the living beings are placed, now that the Sarga Visarga has happened, then descendants are all in place. And then where are all these souls placed after these descendants came? That's the planetary system within the universe. That's Sthanam, that's shelter for the embodied souls. That's in the fifth canto. Yeah, and here is the information about the other hellish planetary systems. Next. Yeah, fifth canto is Navel of the Lord. Sixth canto. You can remember like this. At the end of the fifth canto, after hearing about all these hellish planetary systems, Parikshit Maharaj feels so sorry for all these conditioned souls. And his question is like, wait a minute. Is there a escape for these conditioned souls? These hellish planets are horrible. How can one escape from this horrible punishments? Is there a way out? That's how the 6th canto starts with Ajamil. Though he has done hellish things in his life or sinful things in his life and is very much a candidate to go to the hellish planets, the description of the glories of Harinam are given in the 6th canto. This is where Vishwadutas come and protect Ajamila. That's the Poshanam. That's the nourishment. That's the protection given by the Lord. How did he protect Ajamal? Through his name. When Ajamil uttered the name of Lord Narayana, he gave protection. So that's Poshanam. That's how the 6th canto starts. Right? After that Poshanam, next, these are the continuation of the topics. Indra, Vritrasura, Chitraketu, when he was a king, he was cursed by Mother Parvati. He was a great devotee, but cursed by Mother Parvati. And we may wonder, what, such a great devotee cursed by someone? And what's happening to him in the next life? He's becoming a demon? What's happening to these devotees? Where is the shelter coming? Where is the shelter that is assured by the Lord? Then, when we see the prayers of Vritrasura, it will be so evident that the Lord is protecting their bhakti so well, regardless of whatever bodies they are changing. That protection is Poshana. That's why we have Vritrasura Charita, Chitraketu Charita here. And here, Diti, she wanted to kill Indra because he was making arrangements to kill his 2 sons, Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu. He goes, complains to Brahma, Vishnu, they come and they kill his 2 sons. So Diti was very angry, wanted to have a son who can kill Indra. And she follows a vrata to please Vishnu so he can get a son to kill Indra. But because he is trying to please Narayana, that has become a bhakti. And Indra wanted to fail her attempt to produce a child to kill him. So Indra comes down, goes into the womb of Mother Diti, and then cuts the embryo into pieces. And finally, what happens? Indra also feels bad because he's also a devotee. Finally, what happens is both of them both of them end up getting the benefit of bhakti. How we will talk those details later. But bhakti is so potent that Diti, even though she had a wrong intention, but she took a process of bhakti. Indra, even though he was doing a wrong thing because he was a devotee, both of them ended having a benefit. That's Poshanam. Poshanam of the Lord for whoever follows bhakti, practices bhakti. So this is all in the Poshanam, 6th canto. Uti, quick, easy. Uti is nothing but Prahlada and Hiranyakashipu. Divine qualities springing up. Demonic qualities springing up. Somebody who is having the divine qualities is a pure devotee. Somebody who is having the demonic qualities is a demon like Hiranyakashipu. Then what do the people in between do? Who are not so demoniac, not so pure devotees? What can they practice so they can ascend? That is Varnashrama Dharma. Gradual ascending to the mode of goodness and pure bhakti. That is described in 7th canto. Okay? Uti and Varnashrama Dharma. 8th canto. I think I didn't give the heading here. 8th canto is Manvantara. About all the Manus. 6 selected pastimes like Gajendra Moksha, churning of the ocean milk, Samudra Madanam, Bali Maharaj, all the selected pastimes, they are present in the eighth canto. Here I should write 8th canto. So 8th canto is about Manvantara. Selected pastimes in different Manus regime. That's Manvantara. Then comes the Kantam of the Lord. Ishanukada. Isha, Suryavamsa, Chandravamsa. Suryavamsa Lord Rama and his predecessors, Sudyumna Ambarish Maharaj, the famous Ambarish Maharaj, his prayers. Sagara, Ikshvaku, everybody here, and Moon Dynasty, Yayati, King Yayati, Lord Krishna. If you see, this is going to be the introduction and opening doorway to the 10th canto, because 9th canto has introduced us Moon Dynasty and Lord Krishna, because this is Ishanukata. And wherever Lord is, devotees are there. That's why Ishanukata is Katha about Isha and his Anugas, his devotees. 9th canto. That's Vande Charanam Mukharavinda, lotus feet of Lord, lotus face of Lord Krishna, 10th canto. Everything about Lord Krishna, from the appearance to the disappearance. His transcendental attributes, his pastimes, reciprocation with the devotees, his compassion. This is Ashraya. This is shelter. This is where our absorption is. And this is where the shelter of our mind is, the shelter of our consciousness is. 10th canto. The Lord, his qualities and his reciprocations. Next one is 11th canto. That's Lalata Falakam, forehead. Naturally, disappearance of Lord Krishna is discussed here in 11th canto. And Uddhava Gita. Very highly philosophical canto. So only 2 points to remember here. 11th canto. Disappearance of the Lord and philosophical discussions between Lord Krishna and Uddhava Gita. That's 11th canto. 12th canto. More information about Kali Yuga is given here. That's the crown of Lord Krishna. What are the kinds of distractions? That distraction that continuously happens because of the time. Second kind of distraction that happens at the end of the day of Brahma. That is Naimittika Pralaya. Nitya Pralaya, constant distraction because of the time factor. Naimittika Pralaya is recurrent distraction. That's at the end of the day. And Prakritika Pralaya, at the end of the life of Brahma. Everything is destroyed. But still, what happens? Even after the end of the life of Brahma, the souls are still there. Where do they hang in? They go back to Karmadaksai Vishnu again. That's not liberation. Still they have their subtle bodies. So when can the soul get rid of the subtle bodies? When there is Mukti Rashraya. When they take shelter of Bhakti, then the liberation is a byproduct. That's 12th canto, crown. That's Srimad Bhagavatam. Pause, questions, reflections. Let's go ahead. Are you all still there?
Each of the canto is a highlight of that, or is it only those topics?
Main topics, much. Main topics, yeah.
Mataji,
We will get an understanding of the whole canto, like each like as we discuss these?
Sorry, please say it again.
So one time you had said that you will share us like one link to read about these cantos or listen. Is that about the whole cantos?
Oh, okay. That is Vrindavan Institute of Higher Education. Yeah, that's about all the cantos, each chapter, but that can take many months though. I can still post the link, but our plan is to go through each canto systematically. Like now we are in the prelude now. Did we? Oh, we started in the slokas, Srimad Bhagavatam slokas. That's where we are. But yeah, we'll go through all these things systematically. Prelude, what are the 6 questions, answers. Yeah, we'll go through all these subtopics systematically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mataji, I had a question.
Yeah, yes, please.
Numbers, Canto 6 is the arms of Lord Krishna. Can we say number 8? No, sorry, number 6 is a chest, number 7 is the arms, and the
7
number
and
8.
7 and 8.
Oh, 7 and 8. Okay. Okay.
7 and
Okay,
8.
thank you. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Sure. Perfect.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare.
One quick question. So all these cantos where we are like associating like the cantos with some portion of the body of the Lord. So
Yes.
is there any relation between that and what is the content inside that canto, or this is like what is the logic behind like having 7th and 8th canto as the arms and then other canto like the 10th canto as a lotus feet? Like how do they decide on this part?
Right. Yeah. So the first and second canto, Prabhu, they are considered as lotus feet of the Lord, and lotus feet indicates service. And service means we are in a lower position. Why are we in a lower position? Because we are jivas. What is our place in the creation? All that we will understand when we are reading the Sarga and Visarga, that we are very insignificant. Very insignificant. And so our position is to only serve. Unless we start with the first and second canto, and we realize that we are only insignificant jivas, if we hear about the 10th canto, the smile of the face, beautiful smile of the face of the Lord, which is 10th canto, which is his pastimes with the devotees in Vrindavan, the jiva may mistake that he is like Lord, because Lord is also appearing like jiva, and he's doing his pastimes. Jiva may think, I can also do those pastimes because he's looking like me and I also can do like that. When he reads the first and second canto, that notion will go away. The jiva will know, I am just after all a jiva shakti and bound with modes. But the Lord that is present in the 10th canto is the master of the modes. So I am not the same as the Lord. I should serve him. That understanding will come only when one reads the first and second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. That's why the service, lotus feet of the Lord, is first and second canto.
Okay.
Like
Understood.
And 10th canto is the beautiful smiling face of the Lord. And it is said that the smile of the Lord is enchanting and can put a jiva under illusion, the smile of the Lord. Because in 10th canto, when we see Lord Krishna, he looks like human like pastimes. And it is very much possible for the jivas to think like, okay, looks like me, I can do that too. That's an illusion. Right? So that's why the 10th chapter is smiling face. We are prone to illusion, the smile of the Lord. That's why it is 10th chapter, that's why it is face.
So 4 plus 21? No, it's 19 plus 2, so 21. So
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, we got it. 19 plus 2, 21. That's true, Prabhu. Yeah, thank you. Anything else? If you don't have any, then we can conclude here.
Mataji, sorry, on the same question, I thought my understanding of the question, I thought he was trying to ask was like, these cantos saying that this is chest of the Lord and these cantos saying arms of the Lord. So is there a significance of why these...
Oh, for the each canto.
Right. Yeah.
For each canto. Okay. Uh-huh.
So any reference from that perspective? Like
no, Padma Purana just says. Padma Purana just endorses the sloka that this is what part of the transcendental body of the Lord. But there's no specific reasoning to each part of it. But from what I have heard, this is about the first and second canto, Lotus Feet, because we have to have a service mode, Susrusha, to understand the rest of the transcendental part of the Lord. That's why, for sure, first and second canto. And of course, 3 and 4 too, they are also legs and thighs. That's why that place is there. Okay, that's why the 10th canto is not at the Lotus Feet, not in the first canto. The pastimes of Lord Krishna are not in the first canto. They are further down in the 10th canto. The creation is in the first and second canto. So first, second, third, fourth are in their place, which are showing the jiva that our place is to be in Susrusha, service mode, to understand the rest of the transcendental body of the Lord. Okay, first to 4. 10th is also clear because it can put us in illusion, the smile of the Lord. And Lord Krishna's pastimes are like that, human-like, the face with that smile. That's 10th canto. That is there. And that I can say with whatever I have heard so far, Prabhu. And let's see for the other cantos. 5th canto. Okay, 5th canto. Again, this is my thinking, my understanding. I haven't heard anywhere as I did for the other cantos. See the structure of the universe and navel of the Lord. The structure of the universe and the navel of the Lord. You see the resemblance there? And in few of the slokas, it is in the Virat Rupa, Vishwarupa. There, the navel of the Lord. From Atala, Sutala, Tala, Tala, all those planetary systems, they are from thigh below, and the navel of the Lord is Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Suraloka. Those are the planetary systems. So that's all I could think of, because the structure of the universe is there. That's why the navel of Lord. That's just my thought. I haven't read anywhere about that. Oh yeah, chest of the Lord, Poshanam, this I have heard. The chest gives the assurance. Lakshmi Devi is on the chest of Lord Narayana. Shelter. Hanumanji, when Lord Ram embraced Hanumanji, that's the chest is indicative of shelter. Poshanam. Poshanam means assurance. So that, I think I have heard that. Poshanam means assurance, chest of the Lord. 7th and 8th, did I hear anything? I haven't heard anything about these arms of the Lord. I didn't hear anything about that. 9th canto, Ishanu Katha, I haven't heard. 10th, I already shared with you. Yeah, that's it. About the other cantos, I can't really say.
Mataji, canto 5th is Visarga or it is Sthanam?
What? Which one, Mataji?
Canto 5th, Mataji, is it Visarga or Sthanam?
Yeah, I think. Oh, you know, the Visarga also, a part of Visarga and then Sthanam. Because Visarga is, remember the creation, the progenitors have to come, the descendants have to come, right? Yeah. So a part of that and then Sthanam too. Most of the chapters, most of the cantos are like that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yeah.
And 1 to 4 are Sarga and Visarga, right, Mataji?
1 to 4 until here. Sarga and Visarga, yeah. But you see, Sarga and Visarga is clearly till here. Brahma, planetary systems, 4 kind of living entities. Technically, it is till here. Yeah. Visarga has ended here. And after that, these are the, we have seen whoever has appeared till there, the descendants or the Lord, then their pastimes start. So Sarga and Visarga, most of it ends by this chapter here, Mataji, in the 3rd canto.
So this 4th has more of a Ishanu.
Yeah, it is spread out. Ishanukata is in the 9th chapter, right?
Yeah.
But as discussed before, yes, they are spread out too. It may be more in the 9th canto, but kind of spread out. Here too, there is only a little bit of it that is described here and there about Visarga, very little bit of it. I think I can actually, it's so very little that I can actually take it out. This is all the draft. Because Visarga ends, most of the Visarga ends here. By this time, the universe is ready and the kings are starting to rule. Right? Yeah. I want to take this out. It gives a different impression. Yeah.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. So, no questions? We can end here. We can end a little early. It's okay.
Mataji?
Yeah.
In Srimad Bhagavatam Family Tree, I think it's not related to the topic, but Devahuti's family tree is there, na Mataji?
Right.
Under that, Kala's husband is Marichi.
Yeah.
Is the same from Ramayana, Mataji?
Right. Yeah. And if you see Marichi is here, you see? Marichi is, when you see Visarga, when we do later in detail, we will see Marichi has come from the body of Brahma. Yeah, it's the same Marichi in Ramayana.
Okay, Mataji.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. And when we talk more about Sarga and Visarga, we will come across the Virat Rupa and Vishwarupa. It's the same Virat Rupa, Vishwarupa Arjuna saw.
Mataji, can you differentiate Virat Rupa and Vishwarupa? I heard sometime, but I forgot.
Virat Rupa is the congregation of all the material elements put together. Vishwarupa is the time factor also added to that. The personification of all the material elements put together in one place is Virat Rupa. That Rupam, that form that is occupying the whole Virat Brahmanda is Virat Rupa. And you add time factor to it, which is showing the past, present, and future. That is Vishwarupa. That's why Arjuna saw that. At the very end, he saw. In the Vishwarupa, he saw that all the Kauravas, they were entering into the gaping mouth of the Vishwarupa, and the heads are being crushed because the time factor is also shown there. That's Vishwarupa.
Okay, Mataji.
Yeah, and when this Rupam was shown to Duryodhana and somebody else in the past, it was not Vishwarupa but Virat Rupa only. There was no time factor that was shown.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji.